Akhilesh Yadav has pulled off a historic win in Uttar Pradesh by winning 37 seats out of the contested 62 seats. The jump from 5 seats in 2019 to 37 seats in 2024 is Samajwadi Party's biggest ever electoral victory in the state of Uttar Pradesh. How did Akhilesh Yadav pull this off is the big question. From the caste formula to the tried and tested formula that worked for the Samajwadi Party in Uttar Pradesh. Did the absence of Mayawati result in Dalit votes shifting towards the India alliance, or the reservation in danger pitch and saving constitution pitch resonated amongst minority communities? Did the dissatisfaction of Rajputs, Tyagis and Sainis cost the BJP Western UP? Was it anger against the BJP, or was it the code of caste politics which the BJP failed to crack? Let's debate this for the next half an hour. Joining us on the show to give us their perspective is Joyita Basu, editor of the Sunday Guardian. Also joining us on the show is Sumit Peer, senior political commentator. Last but by no means the least, Mr. Piyush Pant, senior journalist, also joins us on the show. Mr. Pant, I'll begin with you. Well, this is perhaps the best performance that the Samajwadi Party has given in Uttar Pradesh. Even under Netaji, they did not get the kind of results that Akhilesh has been able to bring in this time. He truly has proven himself to be the descendant and the Uttaradhikari of, his father, Mulayam Singh Yadav. 33.33 was the vote share. 2019, this vote share was somewhere close to 17.96 with 5 seats. 2014, it was 5 again, and this is when Netaji was still alive in 2009, 23, 2004 was when they got the closest at 35. What would you attribute this resurgence to? Was it the caste factor, which actually helped the India alliance? Remember that the BSP was missing over there, and of course whatever BJP said and did was misconstrued or not even understood by some of the people who really want to look at roti, kapda and makan.
Well, I think it was a mixed bag of factors. No doubt that Akhilesh this time worked out very intelligently and strategically. The caste combinations, and he tried to make a bouquet of the caste, various castes, particularly of the backward castes, and the same equations which BJP is known for, which BJP has successfully tried in Uttar Pradesh in 2019 and also Lok Sabha election, as well as in state election of 2017 and 2022. So now, even in the state election of 2022, Akhilesh did some social equation over there. He tried to stitch some social equation of backward caste, other backward class, and the Yadavs and Muslims. And he got a little success in 2022, and he got a lot of seats because of the stitching of this social equation. But I think this time he took a greater risk, and he went for a massive distribution of ticket for non-Yadavs and non-Muslims, particularly other backward castes. That paid handsomely for him, and also there's no doubt about it that the India alliance was also one of the factors, because here I would like to say that the Dalit vote, which shifted to the Congress or the Samajwadi Party or to the India alliance, it worked for the Samajwadi Party also. Then the also very important factor was, if you look at that, the whole entire central UP and eastern UP areas, because of there was anti-incumbency against the BJP government, and particularly among the poor, among the other backward castes, among the Dalits, and the question of change in the constitution. If you remember, the same MP who lost this time, the Faizabad MP, Mr. Lallu Singh,
correct,
he openly said that we want 400 seats just to change the constitution, so that it won't serve the purpose if we get 272. We need more seats to change the constitution. He said it openly. And this was clearly
Well, isn't that
taken.
something that was also, in fact, said by the Congress Party when they spoke of redistribution of income? Wasn't it hinting towards tweaking the constitution?
Yeah, of course. The equal party, the Congress manifesto spoke about it. The equality of economic distribution. According to your numbers you have in the population, you must have the share in the economic prosperity also.
Sure,
This
sir.
was
Let me take a
conveyed by the
response. Let me
Congress.
take a response
And
from Sumit Peer.
one more factor I would like to point out, and that was this time the Dalits, they shifted their votes to the Congress Party and this alliance. That also led. And second thing, there were a lot of this corridor, the religious agenda, backfired to the BJP, and
All right,
particularly
let me get a
because what
reaction from
happened
Sumit Peer
with
on
the
this as well.
construction of
Sumit,
Ram Mandir
what according to you, Sumit, defines this success that Akhilesh Yadav has been able to pull off? Was it striking at the right time? Was it the mistakes that the BJP perhaps did not account for? Was it the talk of the constitution? We have seen what happened in Faizabad, what happened in Ayodhya as well. This is something which clearly should be a case study that the BJP needs to undertake, that regardless of, the Mandir push, the people only want a certain number of, perception or welfare theories thrown at them when they vote for a political party.
Vinny, thank you for having me on your show. It's a very interesting question which you asked. Thanks for that. Vinny, there are a couple of myths which have been broken by this election. First of all, if the mudda was berozgari, unemployment, how did they sweep Madhya Pradesh and few other states? How the problem came, I was live with you on the whole day of the election. The problem was in Bengal and problem was in UP. What was the problem in UP? UP was the classical problem. Akhilesh has a dedicated vote bank. Some Yadavs dedicatedly vote for Akhilesh, which is okay. There's no problem in that. But the challenge here is the entire Muslim vote went en bloc with a candidate where BJP was losing. It was a very, very simple formula. For example, look at Faizabad, 28.6% Muslim population, and combine some votes which Akhilesh would have got anyway. When you add up the two, that is what made the difference. That is how losing lost by 60,000 votes. Look at the complete Purvanchal, you will exactly see the same status. There are villages, there are places where there is 2,500 Muslim votes, 553 houses given, Ujjwala, Prajwala, Ayushman Bharat, everything given. Now, nobody voted for BJP. Even if you look at Kerala, the 14% of the vote shifted. Muslim vote shifted for Congress. That's how they won the seats. Look what happened in Delhi 7 years back. Entire Congress's 14% Muslim vote shifted to Kejriwal. Kejriwal won. Look what happened to Karnataka. Janata Dal United, JDS's entire Muslim vote from Mysore and other that shifted to Congress and Congress won in. Exactly this happened here in UP. So that was the main reason. One particular vote bank which Akhilesh has and everybody has a right to vote him, but entirely the Muslim population voted amidst getting all the benefits. Even if you look at the state government, 34% of the benefits have gone to the 18% of the minority, that is the Muslim population. And let me tell you one more fact, sir. If you look at the number of Muslims, the highest population of Muslims in India is in Uttar Pradesh because the number is so big. And if you look at the density, the highest density is in West Bengal. Why did two only states flip? If there was berozgari, unemployment, Modi ji did nothing right and Yogi ji did nothing right, why didn't it impact all other states? Then it should have impacted all other states. This combination played the magic trick. BJP thought that by doing all Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Prayas, which was beautifully done by Prime Minister Modi, there'll be returns because as a political party, you expect returns. People will vote for you. Last time around, if you look at the statistics, we need 50 out of every 4 Muslims, 2 did not vote for BJP, 1 voted or did not vote. Now this time, if you look at the numbers, it is more than 90%. Nobody voted for BJP and voted exactly in a constituency where BJP loses. Now look, Bahan Mayawati had so many Muslim candidates. Sabki zamana zabt ho gayi almost. Why? It's not even Muslims wanted to most vote for Muslims. The dictate was very clear. This district you have to vote for him, this district you have to vote for him. That is what exactly happened. How do you think on this earth, for the sake of God, Rahul Gandhi can get 6 or 7 seats in UP? It is impossible. He could have never got a more than Rai Bareli and all in UP. He got it because exactly the same formula worked. Akhilesh endorsed Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi did not go in any of the Akhilesh's rallies, but Akhilesh went to all Rahul Gandhi's rallies. He endorsed him. He got the SP vote. He He got Akhilesh's vote, and also the Muslims voted en masse for him. So look at the win of Rahul Gandhi, look at the win of Akhilesh, and look at the loss of Mayawati. If Owaisi would have participated, he would have also got his Zamanat Zabt. So it was a very sensible voting. Technically, there is nothing wrong, but the lesson is there to be learned. And if you bank on that Muslims are going to vote for you, they have not voted, they will not vote, and they should not vote. So when Jab Yogi ji कहते 80-20 की राजनीति, a lot of people in Delhi may not like it, but that is the reality of life. Come, wake up, smell coffee, face it. So, and there was one more challenge, Vineet. The grapevine says it. I don't know how far it is true that there was some list which was proposed by Yogi Adityanath ji, which got knocked down by the HQ because of some, there was not some agreement on the candidates. And incidentally, the most of the turncoats who were given ticket all across India, around 80 to 90% of them lost. Combine the factors, this is what happened in UP. So there is no magic what happened in UP. Now there's a lesson learned. Everybody learns a lesson. It happened in Delhi first. It happened in Karnataka. Now it is happening in UP. Now, incidentally, Vineet, let me take you back. What happened in J&K? 56.7% voter turnout. Very good. Who is winning? Rashid Engineer under UAPA in a jail in Baramulla. And who loses? Umar Abdullah. Who loses? Mahbooba Mufti. And who wins from a Dibrugarh jail? Amritpal Singh. 170,000. 1,70,000 vote. So there is no.
Well, that's a phenomena that's obviously perplexing, Joyita. How would you classify, this kind of a voter behavior? Quickly, Sumit.
Yeah, there is no magic Akhilesh did. Akhilesh went on the time-tested formula of Yadav Muslim combined, and this time around, the Muslims voted to defeat BJP. They were not voting for A, B, and C. किसी को जिताना नहीं था यहाँ. भाजपा कहाँ हारती है वहाँ वोट दो. That is the new
So what Sumit is saying, Joyita, that some of the people in some of these districts were. One second, sir, I'll come to you. Let Joyita come in. Some of these voters were in fact candidate agnostic, is what Sumit Peer is trying to say. Do you concur with that?
To an extent, yes, because what we witnessed in UP is basically caste. Instead of, if the BJP was talking about development and religion and all, caste trumped it. And when it comes to Akhilesh, what Akhilesh did was, Akhilesh played a very interesting game of, consolidating not only Muslim Yadav, basically he had this formula PDA, Pichra, Dalit and Adivasi, that formula that he used over there. So, where there's a complete consolidation of Muslim and Yadav candidates, which it happened, as Sumit also explained, the reasons why there was a complete consolidation of the Muslims behind SP, and that is also one of the reasons why that made openings for Congress in UP. And then of course, the Yadavs are always there. Sometimes what happens in the earlier elections, there have been breakaway. Even in UP, there was a murmur that some of the Yadavs were turning towards BJP, but it seems that did not happen. And there was a slight dent in the Dalit vote bank. It is not right to say that Dalits en masse voted for Samajwadi party. No, that did not happen. But yes, a section of Dalits that would have gone to Mayawati. They had actually rather even a section of the Dalits who were voting for BJP, a section of that also went to Samajwadi. But BJP did get pretty decent percentage of Dalit votes. So let us not say the Dalits also consolidated, but the slide. And as it is, when it comes to the numbers that 28 point something the Muslim votes that are there, in particularly I would say Faizabad, where Ayodhya is, that is there, combined with the Yadav and a slight shift in the Dalit vote, that really did the trick. The shift in Dalit vote happened in Faizabad primarily because Akhilesh had put up a Dalit candidate. Now, the very fact that he had put up so many, he had kept his family confined to 5 seats or 4 or 5. That is also of he was not doing anybody a great favor. It's basically he is a family party. And the thing is, but that really helped him. It was social engineering that helped Akhilesh. And when you are, yes, a lot of misinformation that was spread on the ground about that reservation end and all, but I don't think in effect that really had an impact much. But yes, this putting up a Dalit candidate in Faizabad in particular, that helped. And and also there were some smaller castes which they had been voting for BJP. Some of them had also been wooed by the Samajwadi party. As a result of which what happened, UP elections, even where the BJP won in many seats, the voting became much closer. But at the same time, you see whether he can keep this up Whether he can continue to do this, I really don't know. Whether it's a one-time phenomenon, and the problem is, you see what is happening, there is already a buzz in UP about, I mean, the minute all these people have been elected, there is already a buzz that, oh my God, are we going to get back to that lawless times when he was chief minister? Samajwadi cadre,
UP ke ladke time.
UP ke ladke ka time, that you remember, the horrendous kind of stuff used to go on at that time, utter lawlessness. So there is already that fear that has crept in. So let us see how it goes now.
All right, Mr. Pant, you wanted to say something, and alluding once again to Sumit Pir's point that this was more of a mandate for an alternative rather than an attraction towards the candidate that people prefer or would have seen govern them.
Well, I would like to say, the people like Sumit, they are die-hard supporters of Bharatiya Janata Party, and they still they don't like to believe that. And people have got disillusioned with this politics of the religion, and they want real development. The plight which are people undergoing, if you take the example of Faizabad or Ayodhya, the entire region where the BJP lost. Because, in the name of Ram Mandir, the corridor which were created, the same has happened in Banaras also, in Varanasi also. That's why, can you imagine a person like Narendra Modi trailing for the 4 to 5 rounds of voting? Can you imagine that? And he just won only by 1.5 lakhs. It's very disgraceful. This is clear disillusion with the BJP politics and false politics of development. Because what happened, in the name of corridors, they have displayed so many people, even Ayodhya people, the people's plight, and the BJP failed to recognize it. And now people took their chance and they just voted them out. You just talk to the people. You must have talked to people. Your correspondent must have talked to people in Ayodhya and Faizabad and neighboring areas, even Kushinagar. The persons who has been the architect of this temple construction, his son lost. So many constituencies around Varanasi.
But we also spoke to people. We also spoke to people. We also spoke to people in Varanasi. Mr. Pant, one second.
About that Hindus have given up their religion. What sort of logic is this?
Okay. One second, sir. We have a paucity of time. I cannot allow you to completely, take over at this point in time. I want Sumit P to come in as well. One second. Mr. Pant, one second, please. Sir, you made your point. You said Sumit P, we also saw reactions. We covered the Prime Minister's visit to Varanasi and we covered that roadshow. Mr. Pant, if you're going to keep talking over me, I'll have to mute you, sir. I'll have to put your fader down. You can't talk over the anchor. I'm not going to allow that. That is just not allowed. Sumit, we also saw how people responded to the Prime Minister's visit and that roadshow in Varanasi. And look what happened to the Prime Minister's tally himself. When you speak to people, it is not the absolute indicator about a candidate's prospects.
Need, you see, I'll give you an example. Allow me a minute today. There is a candidate A, there's a candidate B, there's a candidate C. And
make it quick, Sumit. Make it quick, right?
Kisi bhi party ka, there are 1,300 votes in this constituency. 1,000 Hindu, 300 Muslim. A gets 200, B gets 400, C gets 100, D gets 200. Hindu votes divide as per their choice. But when it comes to Muslim vote, entire 300 will go to A, B, C or D, where BJP loses. If Muslims are again voted into A, B, C, D, not put entire vote into one place, how much is the Muslim vote in Varanasi? Do the calculation. Where does Ajay Rai get the maximum vote from? Look at the provinces, you will have the answer. So the problem is that BJP failed on one thing where they thought Muslims are voting for them. Let us face it, they have not voted for them. Identity politics matters. What happened in West Bengal? What happened in Kerala? What happened in Kashmir and what happened in UP? If there was unemployment, everybody was not happy with the development. How did Modi, BJP sweep MP? How did they got a very good state in Rajasthan? How did they get Delhi? How did Modi ji got 240 seats?
They lost 10 seats in Rajasthan. How
did that happen?
They lost 10 seats in Rajasthan.
They lost 240 seats more.
Okay, Joyita wants to come in. Joyita, quickly. Joyita Basa wants to respond. Joyita.
Listen, there is no uniform...
Now there is decline of BJP, you whether admit it or not.
Okay, all right. Joyita, is there a decline of BJP?
Well, in this election, yes, definitely it has happened. But at the same time, BJP has, while it has declined in certain states, it has swept other states. When it's, say, for example,
Odisha.
Yeah, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, these are the big states. When you're going to the northeast and Assam and all, they have, in spite of the fact that Congress has won Karnataka, it has been able to do a bounce back in Karnataka. The thing is, you see, if all these issues about were so important, Mamata Banerjee should have lost by, in Bengal, she would have come down to 0 seats. And we have seen the kind of anti-incumbency that is there, but all it needed for her to win was 1,200 rupees to women. Okay, so freebies, basically, give poor people some, throw some money at them. And
we've run out of time. We've completely run out of time. Make a finish your point.
So the whole point is, you see, to say that what happened was that, you see, there was complacency among Hindu voters. Many did not come out. It was very hot. So one of the reasons what has happened is that, I refuse to believe that, there is people do not think that religion is an important thing in this country.
All right,
Now let us not be so secular that anything Hindu is bad. If you are trying to bring back that Congress Jamana ka, that narrative, then you do not belong in this age. So do not talk about that.
You will get the result.
Sumit, quickly.
Can you tell me one thing? Bihari, Gharwala, Baharwala, Bengali, non-Bengali, Yusuf Pathan, Gujarati. He wins over Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, son of soil, from the same seat for 5 times. What happened? 52% Muslim vote.
Complete consolidation happened of Muslim vote.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.